Let's do this like Brutus.
Mix both fingers. Ready to go.
Fang Fum! Welcome, guys.
Inside the ant farm. This is called Stone Delicious IPA.
So it better be good. It better be good. It better be delicious.
You're gonna like it. Prost.
Prost. Oh, that's good. It's pretty good. That lemon hits you right at the end. That's good.
So I got it because there's El Dorado hops, and we have good friends who live in El Dorado.
It's an IPA, has El Dorado hops and lemon drop. Is that a lemon drop?
And let the lemon drop!
Do they put lemon heads in there? I don't know.
Or just lemon drop candies.
So how you doing? What's going on? Huh? You tell me.
Work's kind of slowing down, but it's just like a lot of tedious
Work
stuff right
sucks.
now.
I know. I got you.
Derailed.
Good. I'm glad.
Stop the podcast. Finn.
No, it's
What?
not over
No,
yet. I
okay.
can't say it. If you say it, then we have to end it.
Well,
we have to put a 30-second podcast.
That's why I'm ending it though, because you haven't said anything yet, and I like you haven't said how you're doing. That works with our podcast. How our mojo.
Well, you used to cut me off anyway, so.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So how are you doing? I'm doing great.
I'm not gonna tell you. You're a jerk.
If you're a hot dog and you're starving, would you eat yourself?
So we got our big giant shipment of stuff in for my chainmail business that I do, and so I started.
Wait, you do chainmail?
Purse and stuff like that. So.
Why don't you plug this in?
I got $300 worth of stuff. TeardropCreations.net, and also on Facebook, Teardrop Creations. Look us up. But I made a couple purses.
Don't look them up on Tumblr though; they're not there.
We're not on Tumblr.
It's some weird porn.
Snapchat is
some weird porn.
Teardrop Creations. Snapchat is completely not what.
Although he will send you a picture of his boobs on Snapchat if you want, because it'll last 30 seconds or something.
Or forever if you have the thing that records it.
Or if you just hit print screen.
Yeah. Stupid people.
Stupid 13-year-old girls showing your boobs to people. Weird.
So much trouble. But hey, yeah, otherwise, I'm almost back to being on days, so that's kind of nice, and we're getting ready, because...
But you don't work day, you work at night?
I'm still working nights right now, until July 15th.
So you're like a janitor or something?
I might as well be. Actually, no, I get to a lot less than a janitor.
You worship Satan?
Because nights during the summer are pretty sweet. But I have to stay up at night. So it's basically just an endurance test. Like,
it's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. I must be alone. We didn't do 3 a.m. by the way.
But we both been writing, so I wrote a bit.
You can send me a thing though. Whatever.
Are you gonna read mine if I send it to you?
Yeah,
I'll send it to you tonight.
I read last time.
Because my wife won't read it, so she said she's gonna read it this weekend. So if
everyone
check with her like on Monday and see if she read. Because she said
we're gonna post her email address and personal phone number.
Yeah, it's all right there. And her social security number if you want to steal her identity. She's got pretty good credit, so
she does.
Matt doesn't know. It's very bad. If you want to steal my identity, go for it, and I'll laugh at you.
We'll trade identities. Is your credit getting better though?
Beer take. Let's get into this podcast.
Whoa. How about what do you got now? Let's see what you can. You have a lot of stuff. Is what I heard.
I do have a good amount of stuff, and one thing is there's a new Spider-Man. Spider-Man. He does whatever a spider can. It's not Tobey Maguire, guys.
Let me guess who it is. It's Tom Holland.
You didn't guess. You did not guess. You would have written down. So Tom Holland is picked as the new Spider-Man. He's 19 years old, and he was in the movie The Impossible.
But he looks young too. He looks young.
He's a good young, but 19 is good.
They wanted a guy that looks 16 years old.
But 19 is good though because they've been starting him off like at 25, 26, and then by the time they make the third movie, like 40, you know. And I'm in college. It's like no, you're not in college. You don't believe me anymore.
Or they just have a guy with Asperger's. You know, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, you know, I'm a Spider-Man or something.
Really nerdy. I'm really nerdy, but I got like emo hair.
Are you having a seizure? What's going on? That was a really good. That's one for his Andrew Garfield impression, 2 for mine. So this kid, he's got some moves. He posted something.
Does he have moves like Jagger though?
He posted something on Instagram where he does really cool, like running in the air, no-handed flip off of something, and I guess like he's really athletic with that kind of thing. So he's already kind of.
He's doing his own thing. He's not doing his own.
He's kind of ready for the role. Like I said, he was in the movie The Impossible, which was critically acclaimed. It was a disaster movie, like a tsunami movie, I guess. But
is that the one with like?
It's got like
Australian. Is it about like the tsunamis?
It's got like
about the Indonesian tsunamis. It's about white people and
people
surviving the floods.
It's got not It's got the blonde Kate Watts. Naomi Watts.
Nice. And Ewan McGregor or somebody like that?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And it's like, these white people survived the tsunami. It killed like 50,000 brown people died now. What? Who cares?
These white people, they made it. White power. Oh, no.
No, stop, man. Confederate flag. We'll plus
Confederate
Stars
flag.
And Bars. That's what we call it.
Call this episode the Stars and Bars. But yeah, I'm interested. He looks like he has a better face than Asa Butterfield, who creeps me out.
Are you saying Butterfield is a Butterface?
He does. I almost said Asa Butterface.
I know. The Asa base Butterface.
I wanted the kid from Percy Jackson to do it, but they didn't pick him. So. He's a little older. He's like 24.
45.
No, he's only 24. He's only 24. He was like the oldest of the bunch.
I wanted to pick Haley Joel Osment.
I wanted him to pick
his big fat face.
The kid who just got arrested, who played Anakin in the first movie.
Oh, Jake Lloyd.
Lloyd, yeah. Just got arrested for speeding.
He
looks exactly the same with a creepy goatee.
He looks like
meth.
He looks like he lives in like a cabin in Montana now.
He looks like that little kid, but meth. Also.
Yeah, like he took meth and mixed it with Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah. Like, oh. Oh, kid.
It's working! It's working!
It's like, that ruined your career? How did that happen?
No, it did for him. Come on. Poor kid, it wasn't his fault. He got cast by somebody. It wasn't his fault.
Greg Proops has a better career.
Because he was a CG'd head. That's why he did the right thing there. Matt, so, Uncharted movie loses its director!
Oh, man.
Why?
I did not hear this, actually. The Uncharted movie is...
Plagued. We're going to say plagued.
At this point, I'm like, just skip and go to Last of Us. Because I don't want them to national treasure this movie.
I would love to see a Last of Us movie.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin as Joel.
Yes.
We can do Ashley. You can do Ashley Johnson still, but you might want to go with someone younger.
Maybe a little too old for it, but you can put her in somewhere. Put her in there. There's a lot of cool people.
So good and such a good story.
I like Uncharted a lot, and believe me, I'd love to see a movie of it. But I don't want them to make it national treasure. I don't want Nicolas Cage.
Oh, not at all.
Not
needed too. Like the story stands on its own.
Yeah.
There's so many good stories to that franchise
you
now.
heard when they were first doing the reads for this.
Even the bad stories are good.
They were killing it. They were like,
Robert De Niro is an uncle and they rob banks. Like what?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you doing a remake of Heat? What is going on?
Just like killing the movie. If you don't want to do this movie, don't do it. That's cool. If you're this director and you had creative differences, and these people at Naughty Dog are trying to get you to do the right thing.
Well, the best part too is the worst part. The best and worst part is that you could do like an indie movie of this for pretty cheap.
I really want someone to be a fan of the game and do it though. Well, there are there's on YouTube. There's a guy who did a bunch of
and they're
shorts
good.
for it. And they're really good.
Yes, I've seen them, and I'm
trying to think what the name was. I can't think of it, but I've watched. There's 8 or 9 of them at least.
There's also someone that took all the cutscenes and looped them together.
Yes, that's actually a pretty big thing. There's like a one site on YouTube that does that with a lot of different games. They'll take all the cutscenes.
Because some games can do that, and like Uncharted, where like the guy will run through the fight scenes, do the minimum amount of fighting, and then get to the cutscenes, and it's great because it flows like a movie almost, and that's why those games are so good.
Yeah, they're really good, and I don't want them to ruin this movie. I'm already wary about the Assassin's Creed movie especially because Assassin's Creed is a lot more of a convoluted plot than Uncharted is. Uncharted is a simple plot that can be ruined very easily.
Assassin's Creed convoluted? Tell me more.
No, I can't tell you more because it's so confusing.
Because I don't understand.
I love the game, and I'm so confused by the main storyline. I'm like,
Altaire's in it.
Yeah.
There's a desert.
There's a dude. There's an apple thing. That like kills you for some reason.
Kristen Bell's in it.
Maybe I think there's aliens.
There's like people wrote on wall and like tied
their
aliens. Like black light shows what they wrote.
Like everything I have to say has a question. The dude who Q was
Q is in
his dad. I wish Q was in. They could put him in the movie.
It's like I'm wearing my foppish hat and now I'm gonna make the Enterprise disappear. What? It's like you're you.
Why are you here? You're like Loki, but
I'm basically God, but a dick.
But I'm an ass. Yeah. What do you got?
I just said.
Okay. Then I got. Speaking of Ewan McGregor from the Tom Holland thing, Ewan McGregor said he is down for more Star Wars. He's like, if you want me to be Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'm in.
You know who's not down for that though? It's Star Wars. He's dead.
Negative, but they're doing a lot of like prequel type stuff.
He's slowly jerking off.
No, I think you know what I think he might be in is maybe some kind of cameo in the Bounty Hunter Boba Fett movie, or even
Boba Fett,
or even the Rogue One movie. He might be in that because that one is supposed to be based in like Sabine time, I think, between episode 3 and 4.
Nice reference.
Yeah.
For those who don't get that.
In the Rebels time.
Sabine is Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the Rebel time between 3 and 4. So I think Sabine is in Rogue One.
By the way, I think that I want to start a petition that says put the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic back into continuity.
I do too. I agree. I completely agree.
Especially after seeing Knights of the Fallen Empire. Like seeing Knights of the Fallen Empire, I'm just like,
it's exciting. It looks really good.
That looked awesome.
It makes me almost want to subscribe to the game again.
I'm subscribed.
But so what do you don't want to see Obi?
You should subscribe to the game.
You don't want to see Ewan McGregor?
You can play characters.
Well, I still got my character. I still got my dude. He's there.
We can play guys at the same level and do our little class missions. Because that's how you level up. You don't have to do the rest of the missions if you're subscribed.
There's people here. We gotta.
It's okay.
We'll talk.
You guys can play with us too.
We'll talk about this later.
Put in the comments. We'll
Ewan McGregor though. So do you want to see more Obi-Wan Kenobi? I liked Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Good, but
I would like them to flesh out their character more, and I don't mind them doing with Ewan McGregor.
I'd be okay seeing with as a voice in Star Wars Rebels. That'd be awesome.
What if Qui-Gon Jinn came back somehow?
As long as I only want to see Liam Neeson playing like his character from
Taken, but with a lightsaber. I do have particular skills like Force Choke, and Force Push,
and Force Lightning,
and Force Lightning.
He doesn't. He's a good guy. He doesn't do.
I will find
Force Choke,
and I will kill you.
He might do Force Repel. He repels you.
I will not. If you let her go, I will not look for you.
Okay.
You should have just let her go, dude. Okay.
You got it. You got it.
Okay. That was easy. Oh, well. Thank you.
That's nice of you. Thank
you. This helps me out a lot.
Now I can go back to
this movie is much shorter.
Working in a Bucks company or whatever I did before this. Rampage the movie is coming. It's greenlit. Rampage the movie. Starring...
Why?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Because they have Dwayne The Rock Johnson who will do anything you ask him to do.
Can we also do Mike Tyson's Punch Out the movie if we're going to do video games?
Starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I'm in. I'm all in. I push
all my time. Is he like a monkey?
I don't like that. Yeah. He's basically Dunstan Jackson.
That's racist! What? Is he gonna? He should play Papa Peepers. That's
no man. He plays the action hero who shoots down the giant green monkey. Okay.
Like when I saw him,
he's not playing the Rampage monster.
I was like, is he the monkey?
I feel like that's. I feel like we had to edit that part out.
I don't know. When I saw it, I was like, that's racist. That's why I was like, why?
Okay, guys, vote. So vote in the comments. 1 if you should edit that out, and 2 if you should not.
Okay. No, leave it in there.
Why? By the way, okay, stop for a second. Did you see the Jurassic World? The Jurassic World podcast we put up.
I did. It was flawless.
Did you see that little box in there? There's me. I did that.
I thought Dave Buckley.
No, he couldn't figure it out.
Oh wow!
I did it. It was all me.
Wow.
For the record, the editor is me.
He just said Dan Buckley suck it.
Revealed.
You're that Dan Buckley. He told you.
Revealed. The editor is me, and I did that.
You have to do your own counter.
I was so proud that I got that to work. It took me 2 days to get that to work because Dan Buckley's like, I can't get it to work, and I was like, okay. So I used Sony Vegas Pro.
Does that mean now you're the master and he's the apprentice?
Yes. So I use Sony Vegas Pro, and Sony Vegas Pro has problems. It's a good program, but it has problems. And those problems are that it freezes when you're rendering things. So like you'll put together something beautifully, you'll get things synced up, and you'll render it and be like, sorry, it froze. You have to start all over again. And then you want to shoot yourself in the head.
But you didn't.
No.
Because there's no bullet wounds on you that I can see.
I don't need guns either. But so what I did is I luckily wrote the next time I did stuff after the first time it froze, I wrote down the number of how I sync things. Basically, you have to write down the time you sync things up with and stuff. And so I did that. Then I looked, and then I was like, okay, I don't want to screw this up again and have it freeze. So I looked up online. I'm like, how do you get this not to freeze? And it was a really simple trick, but it's a trick. It's still not. It's not like it's a fixed thing that you can use. It's like this is a trick you have to do to trick your thing into working. And I was like, but it worked. But what I forgot to do was I didn't cut out the first like 12 seconds of the thing, so I had this black space for 12 seconds. So what I did was I just put a sign there. I put a title. And I was like, warning, there's spoilers in this.
Because there were.
That's behind. Pulled away the curtain, guys, for you because we love you.
Broke the fourth wall.
Okay, so that's enough of that. I just wanted to let you. I'm just proud of myself, and I wanted to brag a little bit. I'm sorry. So Rampage movie, we're gonna throw that out because who cares? Let's talk about Fallout 4, Matt. Voice protagonist for that.
Okay.
How excited are you for that? We've always had the silent protagonist in the Fallout series.
Well, I've heard they have a lot of good voice actors for this too.
But do you know who the female?
I don't.
Courtney Taylor. But do you know why that name is familiar?
Femshep.
No. That would actually be.
Slowly, I'll just move my fist towards Fidley.
Okay. I should know her name, but it's Jack. She plays Jack.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
She also played Juhani in the Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, that's right.
Brian T. Delaney has been in stuff. Basically, that's what they said in the article that I read. It's like he's been in stuff. Like, he's going to be in Halo 5 Guardians as an extra voice.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's probably like extra voice number 2 or like Soldier.
Old Man 7.
He's in Witcher. The Witcher is Demarion Soldier number 1.
But I actually listened to, they did a live stream of like the first like 5 to 15 minutes. I forgot what it was, but it was basically just like you making a character and then like
I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah. So you can definitely tell it's her voice in there.
And you be a male or female character.
Yeah, and it's like because what was cool is it's like a husband and wife kind of thing.
But the first
like you trade.
That's not your character though that you start off with.
That is your character.
No, because I thought like that character made a baby and then that baby was your
character.
No.
Okay. Although the character, when you change the face of the characters, the baby
that's
is
what
a composite of their faces.
I heard the baby was a composite. Yeah,
but those. Spoiler, those characters are dead. Well, the other characters are dead.
So the baby's dead too.
Basically,
whoever your wife or husband
what they
dead,
say is your family runs to Vault 111. You're the only survivor of Vault 111. So go extrapolate from there.
Your baby dies, so a baby gets killed. In the beginning of
so the beginning of this game is a baby being murdered.
Jeez. By the way, I don't know how you survived that watching the beginning of that either. So. Because that's not like a survivable thing.
What was great was like, I'm like, well, that's the thing about Fallout though. Like Fallout's like, you're in the vault for 200 years and then there's still signs from 200 years ago. No, they just would have crumbled and faded along.
I'm like that just at that beginning scene. I'm not going to give spoilers. Watch that. It's a really cool, actually, little vignette where they show you how to make stuff and they show that beginning scene. Beginning scene is devastation.
Bananas. It's bananas. It's great.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It reminded me a lot of like the shock value of The Last of Us. Actually,
and
you're like, what?
I'm not a Fallout guy like you are as much, and this makes me want to get into.
Actually, that's my I'm Fallout Boy.
Fallout Boy. Yeah.
Fallout Boy 1. That's what we call ourselves.
Fallout Boy is really mad at you because they're like, he stole our Twitter handle.
Yeah. Fallout Boy _1 though.
Speaking of video games, I finished The Witcher. Yeah. Last night I did the end game.
Really, Matt?
Yeah.
Did you get the best ending though?
I got the best ending with Triss, which I don't like Triss much. Yennefer is a much more interesting character in the third one.
What?
Much more interesting.
What?
Trish is just like, I'm white bread, and you're like, no. But Yennefer's kind of like sassy and like she just like weird. Uses the weird stuff. Well, there's a unicorn scene supposedly. I didn't get that because I did the Triss thing. But she is. It's just a much more interesting, compelling character than Triss is. I don't know. But I beat it, and me and Triss moved to Kovir, and she is like the court sorceress, and I take missions on the side, and we hug, and there's like a
I'm still alive somehow.
So happy together.
I love how Geralt, like in the beginning of the series, looks super old, and now still looks super old, and he's like, I'm fine.
They actually did in one part. It's like when they're talking about Ciri, there's a thing where she's younger.
Oh, so
you look a little bit younger, and then but now the beard, I guess, is like, hey, you look older. She got a beard. That's basically what it is. But he's over 100. At one point, he says he's over 100.
That's what happens when you're
still going strong.
Yeah. The power punch.
But I beat it, and it was the end game. The actual ending, like the scenes at the end, were not. They were kind of anticlimactic because going up to the ending was so crazy. Because there's a lot of like really cool scenes of visuals in the game
that could have been endings, or
it wasn't like The Hobbit. No, it wasn't like Lord of the Rings. Like 7 endings,
or any movie nowadays.
But I'm saying like there was a lot of like the fight scenes. And the moving up to the fight scenes was really compelling and frantic. And the worst part was I get the last boss guy, the King of the Wild Hunt. I glitched him the first time I fought him, and so I just beat the crap out of him, and he died. But there's like 3 or 4 different like scenery changes you have to fight through while you're fighting him, and so I beat him in the first scene change. And then the game like went bananas. It like freaked out.
You can't do this.
It's like got not confused. So like I'm like standing there and I can't move. And like he's there and he moves. There's a portal. I don't go through it, but he goes through the portal. And then like I'm in the next scene. And then there's just stuff happening and nobody can do anything because he's already dead technically. So I'm like standing there,
just looking awkwardly at him.
Yeah.
What?
So I'm like going like this. And it's windy. And then he goes through the like. 30 seconds later, he goes to the portal again, and then like there's this ship that's getting bombarded. I'm getting murdered, and I can't do anything because I'm still standing there, and he's dead, but I got killed. And I was like, what the hell was that? So I went back, and
we're looking at you, Red Thread Games. We're looking at you.
I obviously had to do it again.
Or no, CD Projekt Red.
I do it again, and
Red Thread is
then like you fight him to a certain point, he grabs you and throws you to the portal, and then like he immediately
like, oh, that's like, what's supposed to happen.
And then the third time, I didn't get bombarded until I died.
Did he whisper? He's like, sorry about last time.
He's like, I'll make myself super easy this time. So it's my bad, bro.
So you're saying a better last boss fight than Witcher 2? You remember Witcher 2's boss? Or
yes.
do you not remember?
No, I do.
Like
I do remember. I got the guy. But
he's like, I'm an assassin of kings. You beat the crap out of me. Bye.
But really, he was kind of anticlimactic too because you were so involved in the story with Ciri, Yennefer, and getting the place together that it almost got like it was like an afterthought that you had to beat this guy. And then
the Wild Hunt guy, I forgot about him.
I saw his face 3 times before this, you know.
Yeah. So I throw you to some portals
I'm
now.
here for Ciri now.
I
guess
she deserves it.
But I did get some really badass armor because I was like, there's the secret armor that there's a couple different secret armor. There's a couple different schools of armor you can go through, and I had the Ursine school that I was going through.
That's bear.
And I got the Mastercraft stuff. So the Mastercraft was like this leather thing, and I had like this really cool chain, almost like a duster.
Are you gonna make this now?
I want to make this badly. It would cost me like $1,000 at least. But I might like put it together over the years.
You're making money on this. You're making money on this thing, this craft.
Well, that's why we bought it about $300.
I'm excited. I'm happy for you.
It was good.
I saw when you started this up, and I was like, that's not gonna work.
Though the first day was really slow at the last thing, and then the second day we got way later.
So it matters, you know.
But the game was really fun. And you can still go back and obviously play the secondary mission. There's a lot of fun little moments, especially if you like Geralt. There's a lot of really cool missions.
What if you love Geralt, like weirdly?
Well, then you can see him like almost naked a lot. You can see his like naked, scarred body a lot. So he's so scarred.
So scarred.
He's like
and we're like, yeah, so sexy.
He's a piece of beef jerky.
What? He looks like Freddy Krueger. Like if you ripped all his clothes off,
like his body it looks like Freddy Krueger just went like he was in that dream and he got messed up, but he still lived somehow.
I don't understand why women like it. Is this like a Norwegian thing? I don't get it.
No, because they like, I can't get you pregnant. Like,
yeah, right. Oh yeah, no birth control needed.
Because there isn't any. Because we're in
also some immune diseases.
We're in the weird fantasy 13th century.
There's Wild Hunt.
But it was good. Yeah.
So guess what I've been playing, man?
What have you been playing?
The newest chapter of Tales from the Borderlands.
Tales from the Borderlands. Oh, chapter 3, isn't it?
Awesome. It was awesome. And this is what you should be playing, but you're still not. I know you're not. And I'm sad about it.
I was playing The Witcher for...
Now that you're done with that, Matt.
I'll think about it.
Tales from the Borderlands.
I'll think about it.
It is the funniest Telltale game ever so far. Like, it's not the best. The best is still, to me, is Wolf Among Us. But it has
Walking Dead?
A great sense of humor. No, I think Tales of Borderlands second.
Did you see that they're gonna Telltale's doing a Michonne series next?
Why the heck not?
I like it.
But Tales of the Borderlands is great. IGN also thought so. They give it a 9.0. I would give it that or higher. For me, it was almost flawless. Like, there's a couple parts that were a little slow. They have a couple good cameos that I won't give away from Borderlands characters, which are great because it's not what you would think they were going to be, and so when it happens to like, wait, that guy's from what the heck is going on? And
great, that's what I'm going to do.
Well incorporated. And what I think is the best part about the game is that it's two people telling the story of what's happening in the game. So they both, and I told you, we talked about this when I played the first chapter, but they exaggerate things sometimes, and then the other person will call them on it in the middle of the story. So like you'll be playing something and it'll stop, and you're like, that's not how that happened. You were crying the entire time, and then he just gave up trying to kill you. You're like, that might have happened, and then like it starts going on again. It's just that kind of stuff's great. You have great voice actors. Chris Hardwick's in it. Nolan North's in it. I'm pretty sure Troy Baker's the main character, but
I think he is. I think he is.
I'm pretty sure he's the main character. Just a lot of like familiar voice actors. You're like, okay, you know, and they do a little more in the past couple. The biggest complaint about the past couple ones is that they give you money like they do in Borderlands, but you don't do anything with it. And this one they give you a fun little cosmetic thing to do, you know, with Borderlands
with your cash.
Yeah, with your cash, so you can actually spend some of it.
All right.
But I still recommend that. It's still one of my picks is Tales from Borderland by Telltale Games. They've been putting it on sale on Steam a lot, so check that out. They might have it on like PS4 and Xbox One though. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. I got a couple more cool things. So
that's good because I only have one other like horrible thing.
So I watched the Independence Day live cast. Talking about the new Independence Day 2 Resurgence. Now, it's not a diversion movie. Resurgence is different. That's Independence Day.
I don't believe that.
It's not. Because Jeff Goldblum was not in any of the diversion movies.
Yet.
But I may be in those movies. He was great on that thing because he was insane. He's just insane. And Brent Spiner was there, and he's great. And Judd Hirsch was there.
Why was Brent Spiner there? He's dead.
He's not dead. He's not dead. Spoiler. Brent Spiner not dead.
This is the face I'm making. Keep going. I'm gonna make this face all the time.
But they also had a couple of pieces of the set, including a hybrid human/alien technology plane and like some other like machine that's like human and alien. Because they basically they didn't want to give too much of the plot away, but a lot of it was, you know, it's been 20 years. They took a lot of this alien technology and they reverse engineered it.
Boom.
And
the dynamite.
And so they had the younger kids, including a girl named Angela Baby. That's her whole name is Angela Baby. And she's like a Chinese singer.
Person's name?
She's a Chinese singer / actress. And now she's going to be an actress in this movie.
Chinese or is she Korean?
I think she's Chinese, I think she is. But
like K-pop to me.
It was weird. That's basically what it is, some kind of like sugar pop type thing.
Sugar pop.
You don't stop to the sweet pea drops. He plays twins. I don't. Jess sends me weird stuff. Okay, but yeah. So this they also had a date for this movie. So it's gonna be 6/24/2016.
You have a date for this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you to go with me.
Yeah, so that's the right answer. That's the right answer.
Will Smith not in this movie, but there's a kid playing Will Smith's son, and Vivica A. Fox is back in it. So
yeah,
like Will Smith is busy, so he can't be in this. Or Captain Hillard, I mean, he can't be in this movie.
No, we're gonna say he's dead.
He'd be like General Hillard.
There's no reason he wouldn't.
He died of radiation from being in space. Yeah, the gamma rays that murdered him.
He died from using a Mac computer.
Jeff Goldblum was like, but the radiation in me turned me into something better. Now I'm like superhuman.
It'd be cool if he was a fly instead.
I was mutated instead. I have Fantastic Four powers. I
can quantum entanglement powers.
But so are you excited about seeing this yet or no? Watch the live cast. Watch the live cast for this. It'll help you be a little more excited about it.
I didn't see a trailer. Give me a trailer.
Well, they don't have one yet.
I'm easily.
I thought they were going to give us one at the end.
I am easily psyched up by trailers. It's a true story.
I thought they were going to give us one at the end, and they didn't.
That Knights of the Fallen Empire trailer got me excited. It didn't need to be. Didn't want to be. I was.
Speaking of exciting trailers, Heroes Reborn just came out with this trailer. Come out in September 24th.
That's right, man. They did a Nothing Else Matters cover, but like a bunch of kids. And nothing else matters.
So were you not psyched up by the trailer?
No, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it.
It's on my list.
Hero
and we have a date.
Yes, it's September 24th. And so
8 p.m. guys.
And like that, and Hero with the sword, and he's like, I'm like, all right, I'm in. All right. I'm like, push my money in. And Zachary Levi's in it. He really sells it for me.
I think
HRG's back. I'll definitely take a gamble for it. Yeah. Because I love HRG, and Zachary Levi. I really liked him as Chuck. I'm glad he's back in something. You know.
I just hope he's actually like an iteration of Chuck's character. Like in the future, he's just
like Chuck gets.
I'm tired of these mutants.
Or maybe the intersect is still like but he's got the intersect in his body, so now he's super smart, and he's like some kind of like super like yeah.
Thanks. I don't need any money for that. That's cool. NBC. I don't need money for that. You're good.
Some kind of crossover link. We're gonna have Ivan Strahovski in there somewhere.
Oh, please do that. Please, I miss her so much. What? But Matt, speaking of NBC shows, Matt, Hannibal is canceled.
It is.
Why? NBC?
Because people don't like good things. Hannibal is probably, if you haven't watched Hannibal, I would suggest it. It's unless you're
pound for pound one of the most underrated best shows on network TV.
I think the thing that turns a lot of people off is they're scared of the macabre, and that's what it is.
That's what makes it so good, though.
Terribly morose from a lot of people.
It's this like
so well done. It's
like happily gory, happily occult.
It has, and I'll tell this to anyone, it has the best cinematography of any TV show ever.
And whoever's the cook for that show makes me want to eat human.
Yeah, these humans look delicious. Okay?
Sorry.
Mads Mikkelsen just eats the scenery up, literally and figuratively. He's just so good at
the scenery. If you mean by scenery, you mean people in the scenery.
They're partially scenery. A lot of times they might be in the background. He's eating their leg or something.
Weird antlers in them or something.
He's cutting their hand off and cooking their arm bacon.
There's some good arm bacon, though.
But yeah, supposedly there is a petition out there already, so I guess Obama will have to look at that.
The worst part, too, is that they're like, Netflix will pick it up. Oh, Amazon will pick it up. Hulu will pick it up. Like, come on, guys.
You know what? There's a chance that somebody with that, because it does have a rabid fan base, and they picked up Community like that, so maybe it'll be on Yahoo Screen next year. Who knows? But
I would watch that. If it was on Yahoo Screen, do it.
I would.
But written and directed by Dan Harmon. I'm going to limb.
And maybe every episode Hannibal eats someone from Community. It's like a community, like they're in the same universe. And he eats someone from Community.
It's Hannibal. Cool.
He's like eating Danny Pudi. Like,
that's my you cut off my arm.
It's okay. This is part of the show. You know, you gotta eat my arm.
Or that, if he ate side characters, over your head, like if he ate
Starbirds gets eaten.
Yeah,
like pop, the old dude.
Magnum pop.
Yeah, a magnitude. Yes. But yeah, I'm okay. I got some more stuff. Let's keep
I have nothing left.
Push. Bourne 5. Bourne 5 is going to star Matt Damon, which we all know. But there's also 2 new casting things for it. Julia Stiles is back as her character, which, you know, a lot of people liked her character in that movie, and that's the last thing she did, I think, was the Bourne movie. She was doing 10 Things I Hate About You Too. Did that ever come out? Oh, Heath Ledger wasn't there for that.
Well, cool.
He played his Joker character in that. And then Alicia Vikander is going to be a big role in that movie.
Ex Machina.
Yeah. Her star is going up.
And it was also supposed to be in the Assassin's Creed movie, but now can't do that because she's doing Bourne 5.
That might be a better choice, though. I don't know. Like, because the Bourne movie's going to be good, I think.
But
Matt Damon's back.
Creed movie, Matt? You don't want to see Fassbender?
I want to. I have a crush on Michael Fassbender. I want him to do good. I want...
In that way.
But this property is so hard to make look right to people.
But you say, which is easier property to develop? Assassin's Creed? Uncharted.
Uncharted, by far.
No, Uncharted writes itself. Come on.
Uncharted, that's what I'm saying. It's much easier to develop because it's already there. But the problem is it's a slippery slope to being Indiana Jones. So you have to make it.
But you know what?
Correct.
How far are we away from Indiana Jones at this point? Even the last movie was like 7 years ago. We could do it again with a different main character.
But you don't want people to, it's kind of like Indiana Jones.
No, we're okay with that, Matt. We're another generation away from Indiana Jones.
I don't want them doing that.
This is what Uncharted was compared to.
Plus, there's going to be another Indiana Jones movie, dude, so... There is. I don't know who's going to be in it. The corpse of the head in a jar of Harrison Ford. I don't know.
Smoking weed. I'm just going to smoke weed on set now.
It's like my character in India smokes weed now. It's the 60s or something.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Actually, probably like the 80s at this point because I'm stat old.
This guy looks like he's 97 years old.
Yeah, they were like, it's the 50s. It's 10 years later. I was like, no, it's like 20 years later.
He looks like he's 100 years old.
You look old.
You should have done the Korean War, maybe. I don't know.
It's like, so your life's just been that rough where it's 10 years later and you look 30 years older?
No. But so how do you like Alicia Vikander? I like this. I think it's a good
I want
one.
to see. I haven't seen her and stuff. She's pretty. I know that.
I've heard she's really good once she's in.
I've heard good stuff about her, but I want to see her and stuff first before I make any judgments.
I got 2 more things, and I wish I would have finished with other stuff because these aren't as good. But
yeah.
Amazon is picking up a live action Zelda series.
Again, lame.
Well, this is
not have ended with that.
This was originally going to be on Netflix. No, I have one more thing after this.
Originally going to be on Netflix.
It was originally going to be on Netflix. Netflix
is like, we're good.
So supposedly there's a 2016 release date that's already been made, though they don't have a cast list for it yet. So I don't. They better start.
2016, the same time Uncharted one is going to be released.
Well, same year. The same time. Daredevil Season 2 is going to be released too.
By the way, backing up a little bit, the best part about Fallout 4 is its release date is this year.
Like every other thing they've been showing, it's like 2020. And
I'm like, why are you even going to E3 at this point?
You're wasting our time.
Fall 2016.
We're still here. You're like, okay, got it.
Well, like Mass Effect. Mass Effect Andromeda, for instance.
That's like maybe 2016.
By the way, every time they said the year, fall of this year, it's always been January or January between January and March.
And they already are technically delayed.
Always.
They were supposed to be this year, and then they're like, maybe spring, and like maybe fall.
Someone's like, guys, stop. It looks so good, and it just stop.
And they'd be like, it's to make it better, though. And you're like, no, it's probably to make more money off of something else. And it is, because they're putting the Mass Effect trilogy out. They're putting the Mass Effect trilogy out, probably, or something.
Which they didn't announce that, though.
With new 5-minute special features or something else. For $60. So the last thing is, we all know that there's going to be a Green Lantern reboot, because they don't want Ryan Reynolds back. What's up with that?
So are we going to have a Guy Gardner Green Lantern? Is that what we're saying?
There is supposedly going to be multiple human Green Lanterns. So a Jon Stewart, Kyle Rayner, probably not. But
Kyle Rayner is his actual name.
Rayner?
Yeah.
I think of Brett Ratner.
Brett Ratner, yes.
Hey, I'm Green Lantern, guys.
I'm Green Lantern.
I'm so excited.
I'm going to ruin a speed movie for you.
I'm going to ruin every movie I've ever done.
Name a good movie with me as a director. None of them.
Rush Hour.
I had sex with a bunch of bottles. That's what I got out of this, really.
That's really what I've done with my life. And made lots of money off of you.
Suckers.
But multiple human Green Lanterns. And like a Green Lantern corpse and maybe, I don't know.
Core.
That's what the movie's. Corpse. No, they're all dead. There's a dead person.
So the Black Lanterns, then. The Black Lanterns.
Kilowog is dead again.
I'm dead again. I'm Kilowog. Big stupid face.
That one guy was like an eyeball with a Green Lantern.
I love the eyeball guy too. I don't know his name though. Or Mogo the Living Planet.
Yeah, the Living Planet. There you go.
I would try and Planet with a Green Lantern ring. Good idea in practice.
How do you help?
Except you get killed every time you come out.
How do you help? You're a planet.
No, he helps because he has the life force. He has a lot of willpower because he's a life force of a planet. But then someone always just shoots him. And you're like, wait, how did that guy kill? He's a living planet. Why?
Galactus just eats him every
time.
Like, snack. Thanks, guys.
I'm a person, kind of. Also, you know what's like living on a living planet? Because like, what if he's in a bad mood? You know what I'm saying? Like,
the planet's got to get fast to places, so everyone gets like thrown off the planet.
Yeah,
at some point.
He obviously doesn't understand
physics. There's no way life's gonna evolve.
I'm alive. Yeah, the rest of your planet's dead, dude. Screw you. Like
volcanism.
I'm going through
puberty. Tectonic plates.
Going through puberty. I have a bunch of volcano pimples.
Now I'm right near another big planet, so our tidal waves are just smashing everything.
I hope I got the name right with Mogo because we're talking about it.
It is Mogo. It is Mogo. I remember that. Okay. Mogo the Living Planet. That's the title of this episode. Mogo the Living Planet.
I hate you, DC. You gotta
turn this off. We're done with this. Done with fun.
Fang.
Boom. Stay classy, guys.
Bye, everyone. We're at 39 minutes. We made it.